Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Prediction Show live from Eagle Pass Sports Central. My name is Ruben Valadez, along with my broadcasting partner way down the line today.
I am over here, but our production manager now. He's been moving me.
Well,
he's got the headsets, and he's moving me farther out this way.
Morris Lipson Jr., you keep moving that way, and athletic director Eric Villaseñor keeps moving this way, so
we're gonna
we
have
might
to
be telling you something.
We're going to have to increase his compensation.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're live today from Ancira Ford here in Eagle Pass. And Morris, you've got our special host here with us today.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Sorry I missed the last one when you were here. I was happened to be
on vacation.
I was on vacation. I do take one ever so often.
Well,
And well, welcome. I hope your season is going the way you were hoping it would be. I hope nobody's getting hurt and everybody is safe. And we've got, gosh, I can't believe it, week 5, which is actually starting from 0. So this is the 6th, as Morris was telling me. And so how many we have? How many is it total?
I think we got 10 or 11 of them.
And we're halfway through. That's unbelievable. I just can't believe how fast time goes by. But we're certainly glad you are here. And anything we can do to help out, we're here to help out. If you haven't noticed, tell all your people we have a lot full of cars, and this is the last 3 months of the year, so this is our final push, and we're going to have a lot of incentives. As a matter of fact, I've got 2 extra truckloads of used cars that are going to be coming in. Send everybody, because we're gonna need to move them. We're gonna need to move them out. So, good luck this week. Good luck for the rest of your season. I think I have 1 or 2 more shows to be a part of. And
well, if you keep bringing our friend over there, to feed us, we're going to start coming more often.
He is our
a big shout out to Coach George Mancha. He used to do a little punting. He was a little bit of punting. He averaged
back in the day.
Yeah, he averaged about 20 to 30 yards. No, he did not. He did well.
Yeah, well, Coach, he's our exclusive for the prediction shows for Ancira, that's for sure. So have a great show, and thank y'all very much.
Thank you for your hospitality. As always, folks, come on down here to Ancira Eagle Pass Ford for all your Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram needs. They've got a bunch of them here to show you. Come on down, and want to thank them as always for their sponsorship of not only these broadcasts, but our live football game broadcasts every week. Want to bring it here now to AD Coach Eric Villaseñor. We've got a special guest, as we do every week. And, Coach, we'll let you do the introductions, and we'll talk to our tennis coach here on the right.
Right. Well, good afternoon to our community. I want to thank Mr. Wynn for hosting us this afternoon. Our special guest this afternoon and at our prediction show is our head tennis coach at Eagle Pass High School, Coach Stephanie Luna. She's been in the education profession for 6 years and entering her 2nd year as our head tennis coach. And just want to congratulate her, our kids, our tennis program. Last night, beat Del Rio at Del Rio to clinch a playoff spot. So we have a bi-district match on Monday versus Clemens High School. And just very proud of her work and our kids and the outstanding job that she does.
Well, thank you. And Coach Luna, I'll hand that off to you. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Coach Villaseñor. Yes, we're very excited. For those of you who don't know tennis very well or are not very familiar with how the sport works, so we play team tennis every fall, and it's very difficult. We're in a tough district to clinch that playoff spot, but luckily we did it last night against Del Rio. We won 11-8. It hadn't been done, I don't believe, since 2021. So I'm excited to take the kids there. I'm excited to see it for myself. It's my first time since I've been with the program that I'm going to be seeing a playoff match. And last spring as well, we play individual tennis. And during the spring, we did have a few qualifiers who made it there as well, and hadn't seen regionals since 2020. So, yes, we're very excited to continue moving forward. And thank you, Coach, for always having our back. And we're excited to see what we do on Monday against Clemens. If all goes well, we will continue to advance on Thursday.
Again, congratulations, Coach. Let me ask you a little bit about the challenge of not only coming in year 2 for you in this program, but tennis is one of those things, kind of like track, where you've got boys and girls,
Absolutely.
right? You've got males and females. And to me, anytime I go to a tennis tournament, I don't even know where to look, because there's just stuff happening all over the place, and there's matches being played, and somehow at the end we end up with a score. But what is the challenge in making sure that all of your athletes are doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing out on the court?
Absolutely. So during practice, we really try to prepare them, because half of the game is mental, and they know that going in. So when we're here practicing, we have to let them know, hey, you're going to be spending a lot of time on your own. I will be there for you as much as I can, but I have 16 different kids to focus on, especially this year that we were pending an assistant coach. But paying attention to those 16 students, I always let them know, hey, like, you have to have your head in the game. The moment you stop enjoying it is when you're going to lose it all, because they forget that all of these kids are just as nervous as they are. And between the boys and the girls, I think they both want it just as badly. A lot of people think, oh, maybe the boys want it more than girls, vice versa. I don't think so. I think they just channel those emotions differently. So just trying to navigate each of them individually and as a team, I think is a challenge in itself, but it's something that we've learned how to do within the last 2 years, and I think that's beginning to show in their results.
I think a lot of what people don't realize also is team building is important. You've got to know which of your doubles teams work, right? Which of your athletes work well together so that they can compete as a team on the court. Chemistry. Talk a little bit about that and how you do that.
For sure, chemistry. So we have them do a lot of practices together, and even prior to the beginning of the district seasons, we enroll them in tournaments to see how they can do both as pairs and individuals, because as you mentioned, and thank you for bringing that up, because a lot of people don't understand that they have to play singles matches and doubles matches. So they may play with a partner of the same gender, or they may play with a partner of a different gender. So there's mixed matches, there's doubles matches, and there's singles matches. And however we feel they do in practice and during the pre-district tournaments is how we begin to enroll them in those district tournaments. So chemistry for sure, and communication.
Talk about some of your bright spots on your team. Who are some of the names that you're really proud of the work they've put in and the accomplishments that they've had?
Yeah, so this year I selected 3 captains. 2 of them are seniors. I'll go ahead and begin with Austin Arellano. He is a senior, and he really helped lead the way with our boys. And with our girls, we have Miranda Gonzalez, who really led the way for the girls. And helping me out with JV was Fernando Alvaro. He is overlooking our varsity and JV kiddos, and he is a junior right now. So those 3 kids especially, they've done well on the courts, but most importantly, they've done well to lead our team.
Good. Finally, you've just talked about the leadership up at the top. Programs like these, and I think all of the coaches here could tell you, depend a lot on that pipeline, right? On kids that are coming in. How do you ensure that your leadership gets the ones that are coming after them ready for their turn in the spotlight when it's their turn to be on varsity?
Absolutely. So we try to get them as hyped as possible. So they have to know that there's a reward in it for them, whether that's they like to be depended on. So they like for their team members to know they can be relied upon. And so whenever Austin or Miranda or Fernando are, leading those team meetings, or whenever they have a question for me, I say, ask your captain, let them know that they can be relied upon. And moving forward, I think we always let them know, hey, in the long run, you are going to get this credit, and they always do. They really enjoy the game, and they enjoy being dependent upon.
That is great to hear. Coach, again, congratulations. Good luck in the playoffs. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Best
so
of luck
much.
to you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate what you guys do here.
Thank you. And we'll turn to this side now. We'll bring Morrison, who is going to talk to Mavericks head coach Rene Ramirez and his coaching staff about the upcoming game tomorrow down in Laredo. We'll be down in Shirley Field, we think,
Yes, sir.
up to this point. But Morris, I'll let you take it away.
I was getting a little worried that Coach Villaseñor wasn't going to give me back the headset.
He's getting really comfortable with that, right?
He really
Yeah.
did get comfortable with those, right? He looked looks like somebody on ESPN or something like that.
He's a natural.
He just needs to get bald, and he'd be perfect. Coach, traveled to play John Jay. Not the result you wanted,
Right, Chris.
but tell us a little bit about your John Jay game.
Oh, it seems just it was a tale of two halves. Unfortunately, we made several mistakes in the first half. A lot of us missed tackles. But in the second half, we kind of turned it up. We made some adjustments. Our kids responded in a positive way, and really provided some sparks throughout. Our first series, the second half, defensively, we created a turnover, gave it to our offense. And again, our offense punched it in. We were able to capitalize on with 2 touchdowns. So a lot of positive going in, finishing off that game, leading up into this week as we face Laredo Cigarroa.
Well, Coach, we're going to bring in Coach. We'll bring you right back. So don't go too far. Don't go over there and start eating yet. But we've got Coach Royce here. A game coming up with Cigarroa. What are they bringing, and what has been your preparation?
Hello, Mr. Lipson. Yes, well, Cigarroa is a team that has always been, and not for the most part, we consider them in up front. Years in the past, this year they're very their looks. We're expecting for them to show us an even front, and then obviously, and back and forth, show some of the up fronts. They're predictable as far as the coverage. They either in cover 3 for the most part, or if you go with a light personnel, which is 10 personnel, they'll show us like a quarter look. But obviously they have 2 kids that are spark of the defense. Number 3, it's his name is Jimenez, Albert Jimenez, and number 23, he's a linebacker, Chris Covarrubias. Those are the 2 kids that really sparked up the defense. Obviously, we had a great week of practice. We've been talking about we should continue as far as the way we finished the game against John Jay. It was a very good opponent, obviously a fast opponent, and we had our opportunities to really demonstrate what we can do when we play together and we put things together with all 11 guys on the field. So we're expecting for that to carry over for this week, for tomorrow against Cigarroa. By no means we know that they're going to come out tough. We want to make sure that we get what we need to get early to send a statement and obviously keep the momentum in our side. But we feel that our kids, like Coach Shamita said, they've been doing what they need to, and they've been accountable and responsible for a great week of practice. So we expect a great game and obviously a good outcome.
You know, a lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but you look at film, you look at the defense that's coming to try to stop your offense, and that's where you tell your offensive squad, we have to key on these guys, and against these guys, we have to execute, because that's going to be the key for you to have a successful offense and putting points on the board.
Absolutely, Mr. Lipson, and it's just about matches, right? I mean, it's where we at, where they're at, what are our strengths, what is what we consider their weaknesses, because everybody has one. But obviously capitalize on that and obviously make opportunities and convert those opportunities, because a lot of times you get a good drive and then you come out short. It's really, but as far as field position, it's a great thing, but as far as coming out with points that you should have, then we need to make sure that we understand that we got to make sure that we finish the job as much as we can, because that's going to give us a better result overnight.
That's the offensive side. We're see who we're bringing in. I think you guys are taking turns, huh? That's because Coach Salas is over there already on his second plate. But Coach, defense. Again, like Coach Royce, you all have looked at film. What is the Cigarroa offense bringing?
Well, thank you first off for inviting us once again. Cigarroa has gone through a transformation offensively. They went from a primarily running team 30 personnel, 31 personnel to a primarily throwing team now. So they're going to come out in 10 personnel. Their fair formation is empty, which is something that we're not familiar seeing with them. And it's even a little bit harder because I started my coaching career at Figueroa, so I'm not used to seeing them that way as well. But once again, their best athlete is the quarterback. He does extend plays. They throw the ball about 70% of the time.
Wow, that's a big change for
It's
Figueroa.
a huge difference once again, and we're trying to prepare kids. Last week, we gave up 3 big plays that led to scores, and once again, we can't do that. All right, we got to eliminate the big play, and that's what we harping on our kids that we got to do our assignment football. We got to make sure we align and do what our assignment is. Do our job. We can't do more than what they're told to do, and that's part of the issue there. But our kids are starting to understand. Once again, watching film does obviously you get to see a lot of the mistakes that we are doing, and they're mistakes that we could correct. But a simple mistake like a bad angle could lead to 6 points real quick.
You hit it right on the nail when you say that. Giving up quick points or giving up the big play, that is, can change your whole complexity of a game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And like I said, against John Jay, first play they scored, simple. They ran their favorite play, a simple zone, and we took a bad angle, and the running back obviously took advantage of that bad angle from our safety and linebacker. So we tell the kids that we can't miss tackles. We can't forget about the fundamentals because we worry about scheme. We worry about, all these things. But at the end of the day, we got to worry about the fundamentals like tackling, taking good angles, stuff that we learned in middle school that we got to continue to apply as we get older.
You mentioned the big change, and now they're primarily going to go to the air.
Yes, sir.
That's going to put your secondary to the test.
Yes, sir. So once again, we made some changes. We added nickel packages, dime packages. Obviously, the deal with that change. So often they tend to throw the ball more during second and third down. So we're going to be showing different packages depending on down and distance and tendencies. But we accept the challenge. Once again, they're hungry for a win too, just like we are. And obviously we expect them to throw the kitchen sink at us. So we've been trying to prepare kids for that as well. And hopefully they're up for the challenge.
Well, Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know you're still trying to get Coach Salas to do the same hairstyle that you have.
It's almost there.
He's almost there. Coach, some final words from you're not going to get on the old yellow bus because now you travel in better than we did in the old days.
But
Yes,
thanks to our administration for that. They do a great job. Take care of us. Take care of all of us. Really.
He wants something, I think. Final words.
Thank you, Mr. Wynn and the Ancira family for hosting us again. We want to congratulate our memorial teams that competed yesterday. They came out with 2 wins, so we congratulate them and wish our sub-varsities good luck traveling out of town today over to Laredo. So, and then just invite our public today and tomorrow night, safe travels as we work towards Laredo, and just continue to support us in every way. And thank you for what you do.
Well, Coach Ramirez, thank you so much. We'll bring you back for the prediction shows. I know you're going to go check on ESPN to do your predictions. So, partner, turn it over to you.
Well, come this way, talk to head coach Roger Olivas. Coach, your team is open this week. We'll talk a little bit about last week. I've got to tell you, I'm surprised I didn't hear from UIL this past week. I had some things to say up in the booth when we were looking at that game. I'm surprised I haven't heard from any officiating leagues or UIL. But it's the heat of the moment. You look at it. I know you all aren't in the business, especially with your kids, of making excuses, but it's just a real tough game against Medina Valley that went right down to the wire.
You're bringing back memories, but yeah, nightmares. Anyway, we spotted them 21 points. We started off slow. We gave up. It's, how can I say, it's hard to adapt to what they do in practice. So I think the speed of their linemen at first caught us off guard, but as the game went on, we adjusted. I think we set them down 7 or 8 series in a row, and we gave our offense a chance to get back on the field, which is our job to do. And, they started clicking and we were clicking there. I mean, I think if you look back and look at the game and you take off the first two series, when they had the ball in the last series, we dominated them, was it 38-7 right there, but, at the end of the day, we didn't get it done when we needed to. Yes, the refs didn't help us, but at the end of the day, we travel a lot and we know how it is. It's hard to win on the road, and and it's hard to beat a San Antonio team when they're San Antonio officials. But we're not making excuses. We got to eliminate the big plays. We got to cause turnovers when we need to, and we got to play our style of football and step up to the challenge every time we play.
Let me ask one quick question, because I know people out there are thinking about it. The whistle up in the stands.
It wasn't a whistle in the
I
stands.
mean, I have to ask because we're up in the booth, so we're not actually able to hear a lot of that stuff. But it seemed very unusual to us that they called a touchdown,
Yes.
and then they bring it back because supposedly there was some. We were noticing it that nobody really stopped playing.
And that was my we know who blew the whistle. It was the official on the sideline. He thought our quarterback was going to step out of bounds. Our quarterback made an amazing play, held his ground, threw a touchdown pass to open receiver. No one on the film stopped playing, and according to them, they said everybody stopped playing, which is not true. I mean, you're talking about a 5-yard pass.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
again,
that's what it ended up being.
we're not making excuses. I'm just saying that to us up doing the broadcast, it was something we've never seen before, where you've got a touchdown and then they just say no touchdown, and they call it back.
What bothered me is that they turned around and said it was somebody in the bleachers when it was one of their officials, and it was right next to us, and the whistle was blown when the ball was in the air, so. But,
I think I might have used the words bizarre and officiating together a couple of
I
times.
think you used something else.
Well,
no.
like I said, heat of the battle,
And at the end of the day, it was done when it was done. Even late in the game, that deep pass to Silva, they didn't call a horse collar at the 5-yard, at the 8-yard line, which would have put the ball inside the 1. And 2 officials were there, and neither one of them called it. And that's the safety of an athlete.
Coach, when you talk to your team, obviously the message is we're looking ahead. We're moving on. We're going to put that in the past. How do you use this open week to get your players ready for what's going to be a tough district season still looming?
One of the things, Ruben, is that we've played really 3 tough, really physical opponents, and run-oriented teams, very physical up front and really big. So, we needed to get healthy at the same time. We kind of got banged up the last 3 weeks. We used it to get healthy, but at the same time, we're installing new stuff, getting back to our basics like most people do this time, and taking the time to eliminate those mistakes that we've made. We've given up some big plays at crucial times, and staying positive with the players too, that we can't change what happened, but we can definitely change what's going to happen from now on.
Absolutely. Real quick, we'll talk to offense coordinator Christian Garcia. Coach, welcome to the show. When you've got an extra week to review film of your offense's performance from a week ago, what is the pinpoint? What do you talk to your players about, and how do you use that to move forward in the district season?
The main thing we're really talking about is we didn't like the slow start, and credit to Medina Valley. They had a good game plan for what we like to do. I think it took us 2 or 3 series to figure out what they were doing, and we kind of were just we're reacting to what they were doing. We weren't attacking it yet. So once we figured it out, I think we went on 6 straight scoring drives, and I think our communication from our coaches to our players and then back to us has been tremendous, and I think that's what's helped us. But we've been really talking about we have to start fast, especially against LBJ. They're playing real high right now. They play with a lot of emotion, so we're talking about starting fast.
How does your familiarity coming from Laredo, with an LBJ, the other teams that are in your district. How does that give you any insight into how you coach your offense?
I think in Laredo, mostly everybody comes from the same coaching tree, and you kind of get familiar with what they like to do, what they don't like to do. But I mean, it does change from year to year just because of the athletes that people have, that people graduate. But you still see some similarities between them all. So it does help. But I mean, at the end of the day, we have to focus on, well, what are they doing this year? So that does.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to defensive coordinator Ricky Ruiz here. Coach, welcome to the show. Both Roger Olivas, head coach, and the offensive coordinator, Kristen Garcia, talked about it, adjustments. I think adjustments was really big last week in that, after kind of getting punched in the mouth early on, your defense really stepped up. And towards the end of that game was really able to hold them, give your offense a chance to catch up. When you look at that film and you use that to coach your guys moving forward, what does that show you?
It shows me that we got to get off the field. We got to learn how to get off the field. Like, it's a game of inches. We had 2 interceptions that we dropped, and we got to finish the drive. We can't stay on the field. We can't give them extra plays. But our team stepped up. They did exactly what was told. We stopped the run, and then they went into a spread and they beat us there. Like, we were shocked. We didn't adjust, and that's what happened in the game. But we're fixing little things. We're adjusting. We're actually we added more defensive plays, more defensive schemes, and we're getting better. But our kids are healthy right now, and all we're doing is just adjusting. It's all positive, because we're in every game, we're right there. They're giving you 110%. As you can see, we're right there, and we're coming up short. So it's the little things that matter right now.
Absolutely. You've got LBJ here. Next week, what are they bringing to the table? Early preview.
They spread the ball. They're a sprint team, and they're going to throw the ball, which is our strength. Our strength is our secondary. We got 3 out of 4 seniors, and these kids are real experienced, and I think we can play with anybody, like pass-wise.
Yep. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yes,
congratulations to you, and good luck next week. We'll bring Roger Olivas back in here. Coach, some final thoughts from you on what this open week has been like as the lead in this program, the head of this program, and what you're looking forward to working on next week as you get ready for LBJ.
Well, first and foremost, I want to wish CC the best of luck this coming week, and I want to wish our JV and freshmen will be traveling to Carrizo and Pierce Holiday to play. I want to wish them the best of luck. As far as the open week, it's just us getting healthy, and us getting back to the fundamentals, and we always say some stuff for this time of the year. So we're adding, like both coaches said, we're adding stuff, at the same time, mixing things up as people say, but we're very multiple on what we do defensively. So we kind of scheme for the team, and we're kind of scheming right now and adding new wrinkles for the LBJ game, but at the same time we're also going back to basics. So it's not a off week, as people say. It is a bye week, but we are already preparing for LBJ and putting our players in position to be successful.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you a little bit more in depth about that next week during the prediction show. Thank you, Coach. And we'll move on to our predictions now. I'm trying to get head coach or AD Eric Yasnier to come over here. I did it again. But I'm trying to get him closer, but he didn't want to get close unless he had the headset again. So I don't.
Well, I'm not giving him back. Guys, our predictions from last week, only Coach Villaseñor picked Alabama. I guess maybe he had a contact down there. And, you were the only one that picked Hebronville.
Yeah.
And but that was okay. And you were the only one that picked the Vikings, too. And we all picked the Cowboys. And, man, I expected everything except for it to end in a tie. And then, like they say, that's like kissing your sister. And so anyway, here we go. Coach Eric went 6-3, and I went 6-3. Roger went 6-3. You went well, we'll leave it at that, 4-5. And I don't know what Coach Ramirez is doing. I mean, I don't know. I think he's spending a lot of time researching, all week long. I tried to give him the predictions about 2 hours before so that he doesn't go look too much, because he went 7-2. And he's leading 34-15, and I'm a close second, 30-19, and Coach Roger right behind me, along with Coach Eric, and then Ruben's coming along.
I'm starting to put some money aside for the pancake breakfast. Is what I'm doing.
Yes, but anyway, hey, Missouri's not playing this week.
Good. We'll remain undefeated into the week after that.
I saw y'all are sending packages to.
Why not? We've got to celebrate our
John Gruden and everything.
early season victories.
With a bunch of goody things. And by the way, the Eagle Pass Sports Chart didn't help me out with the predictions. I'm going to have to rely on Coach Garcia today. So here we go, guys. We'll let Coach Ramirez go first, since he's Burbank and Jefferson. Coach? Jefferson. Ruben? Jefferson. Roger?
I'm gonna go Burbank.
Burbank. I'm going to go Burbank. And Eric? Jefferson. The next one is Brownsville Vet against Mission Pioneer. Rene? Vet. And Ruben?
Brownsville Veterans.
Okay. And Roger?
Brownsville Vets.
Yeah, I'll take the Brownsville Vet too. And Eric?
Brownsville Vets.
Bracketville and La Pryor. Coach Ramirez. Bracketville. Ruben?
Bracketville.
Roger?
Bracket.
I'll take Bracket. And Coach Eric?
Bracketville.
This is what Churchill and Clark called the Gucci Bowl,
That's right.
I think. Coach Ramirez? Clark. And Ruben?
I'll take Clark too.
Clark. Coach Roger? Clark. I'll take Clark. And Coach Eric?
Clark.
We get into the college ranks. Miami and Florida State. Rene? Miami. And Ruben?
I'll take Miami too.
Miami. And Roger? Miami. I'll take Florida State.
Ooh.
Miami.
I'm trying to let you guys catch up here. Vanderbilt and Alabama. Bama's coming around. Coach Ramirez? Bama and Ruben.
Even though they didn't score any points in the second half against Georgia, I'm going to take Bama.
Roger?
Bama.
Bama? Gosh, I don't know.
I think Coach Garcia is making eyes at you over there.
Bama.
Okay.
All right.
That maybe he had an upset brewing or something.
Yeah, well, I wore my colors today. Mississippi State at Texas A&M. Rene. A&M. And Ruben.
I'll go with the Aggies too.
And Roger.
A&M.
And I'll take A&M, but I'm going to tell you what. I'm kind of hoping they don't bust our bubble, and the Auburn game was just a fluke or something. But Eric,
A&M.
How about Texas and Florida, Coach Ramirez?
Florida.
Ruben.
UT.
And Roger.
Texas.
I'm going to take Texas. And
Texas.
49ers and the Rams. Coach Ramirez. Rams. And Ruben.
I'll go with the Rams too.
Rams and Roger. Rams. I'll take the Rams. And Eric.
I'm going to go 49ers.
49.
All right.
I don't know what to do about the Cowboys, guys. Cowboys and Jets. Coach Ramirez. Cowboys. And Ruben.
Cowboys.
Roger.
Cowboys.
Coach Garcia. Cowboys. Okay. Eric.
Cowboys.
Well, there you have it. Those are our predictions. And Ruben, take us home.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on the Prediction Show live from Eagle Pass Sports Central. You can watch the Prediction Show again on our Eagle Pass Sports Central Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We expect to be in Laredo tomorrow evening down in Shirley Field. Coach, 7 or 7:30? 7:30 kickoff time tomorrow in Laredo.
One big announcement we want to make to everybody. We've revamped our Eagle Pass Sports Central website. It's now under www.epsportscentral.com. And all of our broadcasts and our prediction shows, they're all feeding into the website now. Plus, we've got some new sections there, some tabs, local sports, and then we have college sports, which is constantly updating all day long, bringing you all the college sports every day. And now also we've got the professional sports that's there, and that's constantly updating. So if you want to check any kind of sports, if you'll go to our website, you'll have everything one-stop shop.
Look for us on epsportscentral.com on your computer or mobile internet device. And come on down to Ancira Eagle Pass for all your Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram needs. For my partner, Morris Lipson Jr., my name is Ruben Valadez. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.